Hi everyone, Denise Scattergood here. Welcome to Positive Forward Motion, where each week I cover topics with how-to steps to inspire, motivate, and empower you so you will have more success both personally and professionally. Today's topic is expectations. What do you think of when you hear the word expectation? Do you expect a lot from yourself and others? Or do you protect yourself by keeping your expectations low and guarded so you don't get disappointed? Expectation is defined as a strong belief that something will happen or be the case in the future, a belief that someone will or should achieve something. Expectations can either be our strength or our weakness. It can add to your success or hinder your achievements. Let me explain. Let's say you're learning something new. It's great to expect and have a belief that you will learn it. Will give you a good sense of confidence and help you stick to it. But if you expect to learn everything you need to know immediately, then you may be setting yourself up for failure. Let's say you start a new health plan, and it includes exercise and eating right. If you expect to be super fit in just 30 days after you've spent years of not being the most health conscious, then I'd say you're setting yourself up for disappointment. And on the other hand, let's say you want to win a sales contest at work this month, and you set your expectation that you're going to win, combined with positive forward motion action steps to help you get there. Now that's setting yourself up for success. Expectations are also very important when we're communicating with others. Let me give you a couple examples here. If you're raising children, you need to be sure to set up positive expectations for them one step at a time. For example, if you have a child who is struggling in learning something, you can really help them by saying things like, I know you're really smart, and with practice, you can learn it. If you're a leader, it's very important to communicate your expectations to your team in a positive way, saying things like, hey, we're a great team. We all have our strengths, and when we're working together, I know we will accomplish this goal. And how about when you talk to yourself? Now, this is one of the most important expectations of all. Do you say things like, oh, I'm never going to pass this test because I've always been a bad test taker? Or, I'll never understand how to, and then fill in the blanks. Or how about in your relationships? Do you down your partner saying things like, I don't expect you to do that for me anyway, or I don't expect too much from you because you always disappoint me. Remember, you're always going to get more of what you give your attention and focus to. So if you want to have more success and happiness in your life, then you need to be aware and manage your expectations properly. So I'm going to give you 8 steps on how to do just that. Step number 1, believe in yourself. Don't listen to the naysayers. Your dreams and goals are yours, and they might seem ridiculous or even impossible to others, which is why, guess what? They're your dreams, not theirs. Others might not understand why you have a goal to start a company, write a book, be an actress, be the top salesperson, or go back to college at 80 years old, or compete as an Ironman. If it's important to you, then that's what matters. And the beauty of it is, if it's your goal and dream, don't let anyone lower your expectation. Step number 2, remember that failure is part of life. If you're not failing, you're not moving forward. Don't lower your expectations when the going gets tough. Instead, increase your tenacity and grit and keep on trying. Step number 3, replace your I can'ts with what if? What if I give it a try? What if? And then go for it. You should always try to reach for the top, because if you get just a bit lower, it's still better than not trying at all. Step number 4, know what to celebrate. Raising self-esteem in yourself and others can be tricky, because when it comes to having high expectations, you also want to be sure that you help others have confidence in their abilities, one little expectation step at a time. I'm going to give you an example here. During one of our all-women empowerment whitewater rafting adventures, a young girl who I knew was scared of heights decided to follow everyone on a hike to the top of a cliff. And at that cliff, everyone was jumping off and into the river. And when she got to the top, she froze. And while well-meaning wishers were in the bottom of the river encouraging her to jump, this wasn't helping her self-esteem at all. Because what they didn't know is that for her, just climbing to the top exceeded all her expectations. And that's what we all should have been celebrating. Number 5, remember to ask. Be sure you understand what is expected of you. Let's say you're given a project at work. The best way to set yourself up for success is clear communication. So be sure you ask questions like, when does it need to be completed, and the details. Then repeat it back, or better yet, send an email with a recap so you're all on the same page. As a leader, I love when an employee does this for me because it not only helps them, it also helps me to be sure that I communicated my expectations correctly. Step 6, set a standard of excellence. Regardless of your role, people will live up to or down to the expectations you set. If you don't set the standard, they will, and you might not like what they set. I believe that most people are capable of way more than we give them credit for. So unless you expect more, they might not do more. Higher expectations allow you to empower others and get the very best that people have to offer. Step number 7, give more than is expected. Get in the habit of exceeding expectations. We live in a world where mediocrity is accepted. So don't lower your standards. Be the difference maker. Give it everything you got and then some. Keep your promises and deliver more than is expected. You will be recognized as responsible and people will have more trust in you, and you will definitely see positive changes happening all around you. And step number 8, perfection. Be careful not to chase perfection. Life can be perfectly imperfect. Unrealistic expectations for the perfect partner, the perfect career, the perfect body, or the perfect life can leave you stressed and never satisfied or happy. Having high expectations is about challenging, stretching, and reaching to be the very best version of you. Remember to stay flexible, be kind and encouraging to yourself and others because you deserve to be happy and successful. Thank you for listening in. If you enjoyed today's topic, be sure to download the bonus content to help keep you focused and moving in the right direction. Also, remember to subscribe and rate my podcast because your opinion matters. Thank you, and remember to keep up the positive forward motion.